All right, let's get into this. Let's just rip it off like a band-aid. And this is not going to be a video that I'm going to enjoy doing. This may not even be a video that you're going to enjoy watching. Will not be a tutorial video or anything as such. This is a scroll saw project that I just kind of put together for visual purposes while I end up telling this story and I guess the update for the channel and what my plans are and kind of what's happened, where I've been. Uh, life happened, and there's good and bad that we all experience in life. I kind of ran into a patch of both, and if you're struggling and you're going through some stuff, just hang in there and address it as best you can. And sometimes things end up just having a way of working out. And one of the good things that ended up happening for me was I ended up getting a shop, so I got to move the business out of the basement. I won't say it's a new shop. It's new for me, but it's a very old building, and but with that comes some debt and more responsibilities for the bills, and just a lot of other things since it is an old building, maintenance, fixing things. And I did have some projects that I was doing with the building that hopefully I can retrieve some of that off the camera without the files being corrupted or anything like that, because sometimes I end up making these videos and I go to retrieve the video files, and when I go to retrieve them, all of a sudden there'll be like one file that's corrupted, and I don't understand how the heck that happens. But anyways, I'm getting off a track on that. But yeah, but it's given me an opportunity to have a little bit more room for production purposes, to try to become more efficient, to have more storage area for raw materials, and especially with the shipping of raw materials, you know that was a benefit for me, that because it took a long time for me to get certain materials together that I need to end up making a product. And it was getting kind of sketchy there for a while, but again, things just kind of seem to work themselves out. And 2020 was a fairly good year for me. I ended up bringing in some help to try to free me up so that way I could end up doing a little bit more research and development, try to develop some more products. Um, but then I'm going to say probably around the end of first quarter of 2021, things started slowing down. And now with the 2022, I couldn't keep enough work for people to keep going. And well, basically I'm doing this on my own again, which kind of sucks because I would like to have had some more time for the developments and things like that. But what am I gonna do? So I mean, I've been doing this on my own for quite a while now, and hopefully things kind of pick back up. I know that there's a lot of people that are kind of struggling right now, so it's just the way things go. Anyways, the second thing that ended up happening that's pretty bad is that my son ended up getting into a pretty significant fight. There was, I mean, the other person ended up receiving some stitches, and he's a good boy. He hasn't gotten in trouble. I shouldn't say not in trouble. There's times I've had to go to school, talk with the principal because he's acting obnoxious, or silly stuff like that. But legal wise, he's been a pretty good kid. And but I live in a small farm town, and I don't know how it would have went in a big city. It probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that because I've never lived in a big city, so that's really not fair for me to even say. But they were coming down pretty hard on him, and so I ended up having to hire an attorney. And basically, the long story short is that we went through the legal proceedings, and they put him down under a house arrest, and he couldn't really go anywhere. And it was the summertime, and he was really struggling. So I just decided I ended up having to be a father first and foremost, and I just wanted to be there for him. And with that, I had to put some things on the back burner with making videos and some of the R&D stuff that I was working on as well. But I just really wanted to be there for him and try to help him get through this bad choice that he made. Even the social workers he was working with said that he just made a bad decision. And long story short, he ended up getting his driver's license, and he still couldn't drive, so he was kind of bummed because he was under this program. But they slowly started releasing some of the restrictions. He could drive back and forth to work because he did have a job and he was working. And so it gave him a little bit of time that he could enjoy driving. And it kind of progressed. He graduated, and then I think that's when they kind of released him from whatever. But it was a quite a while that he was underneath the supervision. And the social workers and stuff were pretty decent with him. And it all worked out. He ended up, once he graduated, he went to a technical school, and he got nationally certified as a certificate for being a national certified welder. And then he ended up joining the military. So yeah, I just ended up spilling that dye stain on the table. It's always something in my videos, isn't it? I mean, but there's paint on there now, and there's all kinds of dye stains. So instead of fighting it, I just sealed it in. So now I'm gonna have an orange spot on my table. It's not a big deal. I mean, that table's gonna probably be a collage in a year or so, anyways. So may as well just go with it instead of fighting it all the time. But yeah, so he's in the military now, and so things are back on track, and hopefully now I can get back on track. This was just a video that I really had to get knocked out because this was the one that I was procrastinating and dreading doing. Just being gone for so long, and then coming back and then trying to explain what had happened. It was just, So hopefully you guys can forgive me, that you understand, and I'm going to try to make some more videos. I'm going to have a table video coming up where I ended up refinishing. I think it turned out pretty nice. So hopefully that'll be something that you guys can check out. Hopefully I can get that done soon. So thanks for all your support and for watching.